My video was a day late because yesterday I was really tired and just wanted to lie down and don't do anything. I ate cookies for dinner because I was so tired. Why are you so tired, you might ask? Well, I got home really late in the afternoon after spending several days in Manchester. What? Yeah, I was in Manchester and it was amazing and fun and I met so many cool people, but you know what? Let's start at the beginning. I arrived in Manchester Wednesday afternoon where I met fellow Hamburgian note fighter Tom, who arrived earlier that day. Together we waited for Bruno, the guy we stayed at. On Thursday we left quite early since Bruno had to go to work, and we decided to check out Manchester. Manchester is a peculiar city. They have places where they can exchange their dukes and lords. They have food courts you can only enter and never ever get out. Everything is for free. Free art galleries, free museums, free libraries/museums, free newspapers, free money, free buses, free Wi-Fi. You literally could walk anywhere you wanted and had internet access. They even have trees with Wi-Fi. Anyways, we went to the university place where the Manchester Museum is. There we realized that mountains are ginormous, learned that health rocks, and said hi to Stan. Then we left the car just in case a nerdfighter walked by and went to the John Rylands Library, which really is a museum with books. And there we met a lovely bloke named Wayne who randomly decided to give us a free tour of the upper levels where usually only the staff is allowed. And he told us the history of the building and made us sit on the chair prototypes Mrs. Rylands sat on herself to choose which one she liked best. In the afternoon we met up with nerdfighters under the statue of Queen Victoria, who stared at us judgingly. And the statue I thought was Maria until I realized that she was naked and had 2 babies. More and more nerdfighters came, people got out their guitars and ukuleles. We talked and played Sopio, and a guy wore a horse mask, and then we saw John and Hank Green in the monastery, which was the initial reason why I got to Manchester in the first place. And then I asked John and Hank to sign my blank Evil Baby Orphanage cards, which they told me they never did before, so I own the first and so far only signed Evil Baby Orphanage cards by John and Hank Green. The next morning we met up with 2 new friends we made that Thursday to eat breakfast, because I never had English breakfast before. Basically you could say that I had a breakfast session with 3 guys at once. And while we were sitting in Wetherspoons, the police started to evacuate Piccadilly Gardens, which is just across the road, because of a bomb scare, and we could see everything. So the people started to fill up Wetherspoons because they had nowhere else to go and it was freezing out there. And the barricades got closer and closer and closer to our window. And then we got quite scared that Wetherspoons will be evacuated as well, because we didn't have our breakfast yet. I mean, never mind the explosions, we were hungry. But nothing happened. We got our breakfast, nothing exploded. It was just a laptop, as we later found out. All in all, it was just 2 amazing days. As always, the nerdfighters were just a delight, and John and Hank are truly made of awesome. And I had my first Maltesers, and Manchester is a city I really want to revisit. It just has so many second-hand bookshops with books piling up. I bought these 3 books, a book about the Yorkshire Ripper, a book about his copycat, and a book about a doctor who killed a lot of his patients. And it was just $10. How awesome is that? And I bought them from a guy with no hands. Well, he had prosthetics. So he had to use his second hands. Oh. And yeah. And there are so many nerdy shops. I mean, let alone Forbidden Planets, which is just freaking brilliant. There's a whole house just with nerdy shops right next to each other. And then Manchester's just so beautiful. It has all these old buildings right next to this modern architecture, which I don't really like, but to see them right next to each other, it's just so overwhelming. Then you just realize how old the old buildings actually are and how beautiful. Oh God, so beautiful. And all these little alleys where you can find the most brilliant things, like trees growing out of the wall and crappy stairs and bicycles hanging on stairs, and oh, so many quirky artsy things and statues, and just so amazing. So Amber, I guess next time you come to Europe we will revisit Edinburgh and you will visit Manchester, because it's just amazing, and bring a whole case that is empty with you because of all the stuff you want to buy.